Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today's video we're going to talk start collecting Conquest, the last argument of kings by Parabellum Wargames, and today we're going to take a look at the Dweghom and then one player starter set which is soon to come out from Conquest. Now, in this video we're going to go through, talk a little bit about all the units that come inside this box set, talk about what they do on the tabletop and how they sort of work, and how we can build up these different units and kits as well, before taking a look at some other units we can use to expand upon this initial purchase to help us create a little army to begin with for Conquest. We'll then finish off the video with a little sample army of 1,000 points to hopefully give you some inspiration to putting this all into practice and get you an army of the Dweghom for Conquest, the last argument of kings, on the table. And so, to start with, first of all, we have the Dweghom. I'm probably butchering so many of the names in these Conquest videos, but the Dweghom has 5 attacks, 5 wounds, resolve 5 as well, 4 defense there, and clash 4 with cleave 1. This model is an absolute beast. Now, we've got the turn the tide draw event, which effectively will allow you to get some other units activating after him, but we've also got, in the presence of Minimancers, as your supremacy ability for the duration of the battle, all command stands in this army add +1 to their attacks characteristic. This supremacy ability is always considered to be active, so pretty cool stuff there. Now, joining him, we have 12 Hold Warriors or Hold Ballistae. These are 2 of our baseline units. Now, first of all, we have Hold Warriors. These are pretty much the baseline infantry for the force. They're generally a mainstay. They have shields, so they're defense 3 in the front arc there. 4 attacks per stand and a clash of 2. 5 wounds per stand, though, is pretty nice as well. Now, you've then got the Hold Ballistae, which are your more shooting version unit, your baseline shooting unit, really. They've got shields, so defense 3 in that front arc, which is really cool. But then you've got barrage 3, range 18 inch with armor. Piercing is really, really cool on the unit. We then have the next dual kit, which is Dragon Slayers and Hold Thanes. Now, first of all, the Dragon Slayers, they're a heavy infantry unit. These guys pack out so much heat. 6 wounds per stand, 5 attacks each, a clash 4, defense 3, with Harden 2 in there. They've also got Cleave 3 and Fiend Hunter, making them really great at doing what their name says, Dragon Slaying. Now, next up, the other unit you can build from them are the Hold Thanes. These are a much more defensive style unit. You've got defense 3 base with Harden 1 and Cleave 1 in there as well for a little bit of decent offense. And you've also got shields as well, so defense 4 with Harden 1 in your front arc. 4 attacks at clash 3, 5 wounds per stand. They're still really decent. And they are slightly cheaper than your Dragon Slayers, and they're also another heavy infantry unit. Now, the next one we get are the Initiates and the Wardens. Now, the Initiates, first of all, are a really interesting unit to bring to the tabletop. What they're going to provide you with is a medium infantry unit. They've got the Devout rule, where when a regiment with a special rule is the target of a priest spellcasting action, you can automatically convert one fail to a success. On top of that, you have Shields, Iron Discipline in there with support 2, thanks to those nice spears. And you can also build the other unit there for the Wardens. Now, the Wardens themselves are going to bring about some other options, and generally in this box set I would almost always suggest building the Initiates, as the Wardens aren't available to the whole wreck. The Wardens you'll need to build some other characters for around. They do have Cleave 1, Devout. They're a little bit more offensive based than the Initiates, where the Initiates, you know, a defensive based sort of Devout unit. These are a much more offensive focused Devout unit. Now, lastly, we have the Fireforged, a medium infantry unit, barrage 4 at range 14 with armor piercing 2. These guys can pack a punch. They've also got shields, which is really nice as well for that defense 4 in the front arc. They've also got Unstoppable, where you can reroll failed charge rolls, clash 2, 3 attacks per stand and 5 wounds. They can still do a job in melee as well. Also, we would like to thank Parabellum for sponsoring the channel with Conquest, the Last Argument of Kings and Conquest First Blood. If you'd like to help the channel, you can do so by supporting us by going and using our affiliate code to get 10% off your orders on the Parabellum e-store. The code here on the screen will get you the said discount, CFGCONQ5. Go and get yourself 10% off and help the channel continue to make more and more Conquest content. Now, looking at where to go next, you actually do get quite a decent amount of points in the initial box set. So we're going to look at a second character that can take one of our other units, and this will be the Tempered Steel Shaper. Now this is a wizard level 5. The spells on this I really like. First of all, Hone Blades just adds +1 to a clash characteristic until the end of round. Unmake Armor gives a -1 to the defense characteristic of a target enemy regiment, and Tempo Plate can give one of your units hardened as well. I think these are all really solid spells. I think he's a nice support piece to buff your already pretty decent units. You've also got the Supremacy ability, Living Metal, where once per battle, immediately heal each friendly regiment for 6 wounds. That's just a really cool Supremacy ability. And so, after the Tempered Steel Shaper, we then have the Minimancer Apprentice. This is an upgrade that a ton of different units in your force can take. What this model does is the regiment that it's attached to will gain the Fearless rule. When the regiment's command stand challenges an enemy character to start a duel as part of the duel action, if the target enemy character stand declines, then the regiment becomes broken and the duel action ends. So, really cool little ability to add in. We then have the Flamecaster, which is a really fun unit to add into your Fireforged here. What the Flamecaster do is give them torrential fire. It's a really fun rule. Each successful hit will automatically generate an additional hit. And then lastly, we have the Herald of Stone, which can be added into our basic sort of hold units. What this will provide us with is Bastion 1 as a draw event. And so, lastly, here we have our sample army list for the Dweghom. Now, we've got our Hold Rare, who's going to be our Warlord, and we have gone with the Ardent Creed as our army special rule for the Dweghom. What Ardent Creed is going to provide us with is the first time a regiment in its army will become broken, the regiment performs an out-of-sequence free additional rally or combat rally action. This only triggers once per battle for each regiment, but it does mean, we're really hard to break. Pretty cool when we are, a more elite style force. Now, the Hold Rare will also have a cool weapon called the Flaming Weapon. This allows you to reroll successful resolve tests when your opponent suffer wounds from them, so you potentially got more damage coming out of them, which is really cool. So your opponent has to reroll all those successful tests, which is nice. Now, we've then got the Dragon Slayers. They're going to have a Minimancer Apprentice and a Standard Bearer. The extra movement from Standard Bearers in Dweghom can be really useful, considering you are pretty slow. Whole Ballista, Initiates, both with Standard Bearers. And then we've got the Tempered Steel Shaper in here as well. Now, we've gone Heart of the Mountain here. What this does is gives us a draw event where once per battle, the character stand ignores enemy interference and adds 1 to their attunement value for spells. And then we've got the Fireforged with the Flamecaster in there for the torrential fire to really make them a super devastating unit. But if you've got some thoughts on the new Dweghom starter set coming out, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Love to hear from everyone. And so that's the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and drop a comment letting us know what you enjoyed about the video down in the comments below. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our little community here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server, which is linked down in the video's description for you to come join. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel, link down in the video's description as well are the best ways to help support the channel. This can either be by grabbing some merch from our Teespring or Ko-fi stores, or by grabbing some product from one of our many channel sponsors, which are linked down in the video's description as well, like Baron of Dice. Or you can join our Patreon or YouTube members, the best ways to help support the channel. If you do so, you'll get a fantastic little shout out at the end of the video, like all these amazing people, our Patreons: Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lyle, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Cure Dynamic, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Iron Grinch, Colorblind Magic, Grimscold, Andy C, and our YouTube members: Green Rich Gaming, Ronya, Lockloric, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, Davis Weir, James Tillman, Gargamel196, Disco, and John Castle. Special thank you to all of you for helping support the channel and your continual support, and a massive special thanks to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel, and for everyone who helps make the channel do what it's able to do, whether that's coming on for battle reports or indeed the amazing people that help run our Discord and live streams as well. Thank you all once again for your support. Stay safe, everyone. Stay well. And most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.